And I am back with another One Piece video, man. This is all 11 mythical zones. You know what I'm saying? Explain, man. All I know right now, Luffy, Kaido, I think the little wolf, his daughter, Lucci, and that's about all I know right now. So we about to get into the 11, man. Comment down below, man, your favorite mythical zone, man. Hit the like button and subscribe, man. Let's get into the video.
In this video, we will explain all 11 mythical zones in One Piece. We'll start with Marco the Phoenix, and in the later parts of the video, we'll explain some far more interesting mythical zones. Marco the Phoenix is the former 1st Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates.
Lucci's
Once starting out as an
about
apprentice in the crew, he had come to be Whitebeard's closest confidant and right-hand man. After his captain's death, Marco assumed leadership of the Whitebeard Pirates until the crew's disbandment following the Payback War. Tori Tori no Mi is the
it's the mammoth one. Is that one of them?
devil fruit that allows Marco to transform into a phoenix and a human-phoenix hybrid at will. He has a very well-developed mastery over his transformation, allowing him to alter select parts of his body as he needs to. This power is the source of his nickname, Marco the Phoenix. As a Zoan, Marco enjoys a great boost to his physical abilities, becoming strong enough to restrain 2 extremely powerful ancient Zoan users at once. Furthermore, as a bird-type Zoan, Marco gains wings that allow him to fly in both his hybrid form and full phoenix form, as well as talon bird legs that he can use to perform powerful kicks or slash enemies with. Marco can freely create his blue flames of resurrection from any part of his body, even without—
I don't know why, but like just they made him look so nice, like the color blue. Why they came up with that one? That don't look nice, bro. I feel like they should have just went with the regular red, and then like whenever he awakened it, turned it to blue. You know what I'm saying? Because blue hotter. That'd been fire. You get it? Fine. All right, I'm sorry.
Actually transforming, and they always cover him while transformed. These phoenix flames are stronger than normal fire and possess tremendous healing properties. While shrouded in the flames, Marco can rapidly self-regenerate from almost any physical damage he receives, like a phoenix being reborn. Such immense recovery power allows Marco to ward off extremely potent attacks with little issue, like Kizaru's volley of light bullets or even Akainu's magma punch. Marco can also share his healing flame with others, allowing him to mend them as well, even multiple individuals at once. However, his flames are less effective on anyone other than himself.
The next mythical Zoan on our list is Lycan. Alright, I'm just kidding. He's actually the character from Bloodline, Heroes of Lithas.
Bro, I'm not about to play with you, boy. What the rest of the video at? Some Lycan. I'm like, who is that? That ain't nobody.
Game.
Number 2. Sengoku. Alongside Garp and Sudo, Sengoku is one of the most powerful marines of his generation. Even without his own devil fruit powers, Sengoku has enormous strength, enough to effortlessly hold down an enraged Garp with only one hand. Sengoku is also a tremendously skilled hand-to-hand fighter. When Shiki was wreaking havoc in Marineford 22 years ago, Sengoku fought alongside Garp and was able to subdue him whilst destroying half the city in the process, keeping him imprisoned and impelled down. This is a tremendous feat, as Shiki is an immensely powerful swordsman who had single-handedly slaughtered an entire army of marines before they subjugated him. Sengoku ate the Hidohido no Mi, model Daibutsu, a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit that allows him to transform into a giant golden Buddha and a human Buddha hybrid. A number of marines claim that they have never seen him use this power before the war. Sengoku gains an immense boost to his already impressive physical abilities while in his Buddha form. With only a single directly connecting punch, Sengoku was able to make the Marineford execution platform collapse, despite the punch being cushioned and blocked by Luffy's Gear 3 inflated belly and Mr. 3's stronger than steel candle wall. He can also release an exceptionally powerful golden shockwave with a palm thrust. It's strong enough to send a majority of the incredibly strong Blackbeard pirates, consisting of some of the most dangerous criminals in history, flying a fair distance away. His golden shockwaves are strong enough to clash evenly with the tremor shockwaves created by the Gura Gura no Mi. 9 more mythical Zoans are left, and trust me, you don't want to miss a single.
So is he like strong enough to end the world, just like Whitebeard, if they can?
Number 3. Patrick Redfield. According to Sengoku, Red was powerful enough to single-handedly rival the Pirate King Gold Roger and Emperor Edward Newgate
I don't know who that is.
Prime. Even in old age, where he claimed to have significantly weakened from senescence, he fought the Straw Hat Pirates, an extremely formidable crew, multiple times with little injury. He has impeccable speed and leg strength, dodging the
game, bro. Bro, is he even canon, bro?
attacks and knocking Luffy.
What is he? What is his junk? Why he look like a vampire?
Unconscious with one kick. Despite his age, he was also exceptionally durable, withstanding a combined attack from the Straw Hat crew while only being slightly injured from the assault. After eating the Mythical Zoan type devil fruit during the final confrontation of the game, he gains the ability to transform into a full vampire. This gives the user the ability to fly, create a cloud to cloak themselves, and an apparent form of teleportation by appearing and disappearing in blood-red bursts of energy.
The strongest power that this fruit grants to Red is the ability to suck someone else's life force, either by biting the victim's neck or digging his nails into the victim's skin.
Right, bro.
The user,
come on now. This is
Kaido
probably
of
never
the Beast, renowned as the world's strongest creature, is the Governor General of the Beast Pirates and one of the 4 emperors ruling over the New World. As one of the 4 emperors, Kaido is one of the strongest pirates alive.
Notably, he has a bounty of 4,600,000,000 belly, which is the highest known bounty of any pirate currently alive and the 3rd highest in history,
surpassed only by the bounties of the late Whitebeard and Gold D. Roger. Kaido ate the Ua Ua no Mi model Seiryu, a mythical Zoan type devil fruit. This fruit enables the user to turn into a giant serpentine blue-scaled dragon.
Bro, Luffy gotta be like right under him at like 4 billion. You know what I mean? He gotta be over Big Mom, over King, because they got beat by Zoro and who the other one was? I forgot. Kid or something? Law? Kid? I forgot.
And into a human-dragon hybrid. Apart from scales, acquired dragon features include horns, a second pair in Kaido's case, sharp fangs, and limbs with clawed hands and feet. In his full beast form, Kaido grows to rival a small town in size, making this the largest seen Zoan transformation. His human beast form, while not as colossal, is still very large and in shape comes closer to his human form. As with all Zoans, the user's transformation significantly boosts their physical abilities. The full dragon's form strength befits its size, as the user can severely damage structures like houses merely by brushing by them.
When Kaido flew around Okobore town in a drunken stupor, it was believed that if he continued wreaking havoc senselessly, not just the town, but Kuri itself would get wiped out.
In the anime, the full dragon form's power is further exemplified, with Kaido seen causing intense, gusty shockwaves simply by moving through the air. He was able to send Luffy flying with immense force using a tail swipe and easily overpowered Luffy's hockey-imbued use of Gear 3 with one of his dragon hands. 2 decades ago in his fight with Kozuki Oden, Kaido in his beast form repeatedly clashed with the samurai on even terms, including matching the force of Oden's Togen Shirataki with his head, countering his blades with his claws and fangs, and even using one of his mustache tendrils to ensnare and toss Oden away. Apart from raw strength, Kaido is also very fast in this form, as he can move about at great speeds while keeping pace with significantly fast human-sized foes. The scales covering his dragon body are noted to be extremely durable.
Blows of incredible power, including one strengthened by regular Busoshoku haki, have proven utterly ineffective at hurting Kaido.
Nonetheless, as with Kaido's extremely tough human skin, his dragon scales can be penetrated and blood drawn from him using attacks that bypass external defenses like advanced grade Busoshoku haki. Number 5. Katarina Devon. Katarina Devon is stated to be the most dangerous female pirate in history, though not to the same degree as Big Mom.
Another testament to her power is the fact that when Blackbeard recruited the level 6 prisoners, he only chose the strongest ones that could survive when pitted against everyone else in a free-for-all battle.
Thus, Katarina Devon is one of the strongest level 6 prisoners. Having been promoted to the captain of the 6th ship serves as a testament to Teach's trust in her powers, along with granting her the authority over the lower-ranking members. She's strong enough to injure even Whitebeard using her spear, although Whitebeard was already greatly weakened at that point. She's also been shown to have great superhuman endurance, taking both a Gurugura no Mi shockwave from Whitebeard and Sengoku's shockwave in his Buddha form and getting up rather easily. Devon ate the Inu Inu no Mi, model Kyubi no Kitsune, a mythical Zoan type devil fruit that allows her to transform into a 9-tailed fox. As such, they gain all the abilities of one, including the ability to disguise themselves as anyone they like, allowing them to impersonate them. The clothing of the target person can also be imitated during the transformation. Number 6. Monkey D. Luffy. When he was 7 years old, Luffy unwittingly ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi, a Paramecia-type devil fruit, after finding it in a chest owned by the Red Hair Pirates. It gives his body the properties of rubber, allowing him to stretch, bounce, bend, twist, and inflate any part of his body.
Initially, Luffy was unable to control his stretching, but was able to master it after 10 years of training on Dawn Island, and further master it during during the 2 years he spent training with Silver's Relay on Rusukaina. During the Wano arc, it was revealed that it's actually a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit, the Hito no Mi, model Nika, which allows the user to become an incarnation of Nika the sun god. This grants Luffy's body rubber physiology and allows him to fight however he pleases, just as long as he can imagine it. According to the 5 elders, because of the smiles Nika can put on the faces of others, he's known as the Warrior of Liberation. It has been said that there is no put on the faces of others, he's known as the Warrior of Liberation. Because of the smiles Nika can
These are not smiles.
Put on the faces of others, he's known as the Warrior of Liberation. It has been said that there is no power more ridiculous in all the world. Aligning with the mythical Zoan nature of this new form, Luffy's already rubbery body gains strength, freedom, and durability that surpasses what he would receive from his previous forms, to the point that it's now even cartoonishly malleable, with Kaido likening it to something out of a picture book. An example of this is when he reactivated Gear 5 and took a hit to the head from Kaido's Hustle-kai, only for his head to warp and wrap around the weapon and its spikes. Or when Kaido tried to smash him into the ground, his body was simply squished instead and later returned to its original shape.
Luffy's rubbery nature can be extended into the environment around him, as seen when Luffy stretched a section of the roof and used it to bounce Kaido's bolo breath back at him.
Interestingly, the altered terrain was neither burnt nor melted by the bolo breath. Luffy can affect his surroundings to the point where he can make surfaces like the ground beneath him rubbery to cushion himself from powerful blows and even bounce off and launch himself off of whatever surface his power affects. Despite the strength of this form, due to inexperience, it consumes plenty of energy to maintain and use, at which point Luffy will visibly age once detransformed. That said, Luffy can transform back by seemingly forcing his heart to beat in the rhythm of the drums of liberation. In addition, Luffy still has his standard weakness to cutting attacks. Number 7. Toretsugu. Toretsugu ate the Toritori no Mi, model Nue, a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit that allows him to transform into the legendary yokai Nue. As the Nue, Toretsugu is capable of flight and is large enough to...
Nah, I learned that from Boruto. They had new in that. Okay, so that's I never knew about this creature. Okay, I didn't know like that was a real thing like for mythology.
Carry people on his back. In this form, he's somewhat skilled in combat, being able to overwhelm Prince Lurk, but having been overpowered by Luffy quickly. Toretsugu claimed to be a master florist and a capable teacher in Ikebana. Number 8. Orochi. Orochi is the former shogun of Wano County and one of the last members of the Kurozumi family. He ate the Hebi no Mi, model Yamato no Orochi, a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit. This fruit granted him 8 separate heads, each one with an extremely long neck and each one capable of speech on their own. It appears that the user has some degree of control over the number of heads that can sprout at once, a Hydra, right? With 8 being the maximum limit.
Yo, bro, they should have put him on the Hydra on par with Kaido's, bro.
Some of Orochi's human form features, such as his crown and mustache, are present only in one of the heads, while the other 7 possess a simpler and more generic appearance. As a Zoan, Orochi received a boost to his physical abilities, though he was never seen using his enhanced physical capabilities in battle. However, in his 8-headed serpent dragon form, he was able to deal considerable damage to the room he was in and attack the people who were there with him. He was also strong enough to easily lift up a person with just one of his mouths. Furthermore, he's able to attack and trap their targets with his considerably strong jaws. Orochi also has an incredible amount of durability in his transformed state, being capable of sustained damage from a ceiling collapsing on his head with few repercussions. The fruit's multiple heads also allow the user to survive decapitation, even in human form. Only 3 mythical Zoans are left, and the next one is Onimaru. Onimaru is a Komagitsune who was once the companion of the late daimyo of Ringo, Shimotsuki Ushimaru. After the death of his master, he joined forces with Kawamatsu in collecting weapons for the final battle against Kaido and protecting them from robbers. After Kawamatsu was captured, Onimaru posed as a human, stealing weapons from people while continuing to guard the graves. Onimaru ate the Hito no Mi, model Onido, a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit that allows him to transform into a full monk yokai and a fox monk hybrid. Onimaru is able to transform into a large human maid, who is known as Gyukimaru.
Isn't like Kitsune a fox? Okay, 2 different types. Okay.
As Gyukimaru, he is capable of human speech. His jaw is quite strong, as he was able to instantly cause considerable injury to Kawamatsu.
Human speech. So was he just the fox before it? And he just was able to transform to him? Like, what do you mean he's capable of human speech? Why wouldn't he be?
His arm by biting it. He also has considerable endurance, as he stood to protect the graves after being struck by arrows, and in the present day, he was able to withstand a bazooka shot from one of the beast pirates. Befitting his size, Yamato has enormous strength, as he could match Zoro's physical power. He also had great speed, able to match Zoro's agility, though in their next match, he was overwhelmed by Zoro, implying he might have had an advantage in the first match because he caught the swordsman off guard. Number 10. Pato. Due to his mythical Zoan type Devil Fruit ability, Pato can transform into a Bake Danuki from his original pen form, although he's usually in his Zoan form. The most basic strength of the fruit is that it gives its user strengths and powers of a monster raccoon dog.
In the case of Pato, the fruit's major strength is that it has given life to an otherwise inanimate object.
An object that has been given life by this fruit will also have sapient intelligence and the ability to speak. This power gives the user specific traits of the mythical raccoon dog, in which it can transform ordinary leaves into anything else, from objects to other people and entire environments. In Pato's case, he must write a name on the leaf with his pen tail for it to transform. The individuals the user creates have the same exact abilities as the originals and are utterly loyal to the user. They can even create copies of themselves. The people that the user creates aren't as powerful as the originals and will turn back into leaves once defeated. This was shown when the real Straw Hat Pirates easily defeated an army of clones, which included themselves and several enemies that they faced in the past. In addition, sometimes the clones will end up betraying their creator for various reasons, such as when Ace turned against Red after fighting with Luffy. Other than that, the user is also affected by the standard Devil Fruit weaknesses. Number 11. Yamato. Yamato ate the Ino Ino no Mi, model Okushi no Makami, a mythical Zoan type Devil Fruit that allows her to transform into a divine wolf, as well as a human divine wolf.
I like how that
the transformation greatly bolsters her physical abilities,
they should make
and as a carnivorous
something
Zoan,
like that, bro,
presumably
like some
bestows
jump,
heightened predatory instincts, on top of equipping her with canine fangs and claws well suited for combat. More specifically, the wolf deity form seems to come with a dramatic increase in physical strength. In Yamato's case, enough to let her clash near evenly with her father Kaido, an Emperor of the Sea, while the latter has assumed his extremely powerful human dragon form. Moreover, as with other fruits of the mythical Zoan variety, this one blesses the user with at least one special ability. In particular, the user is enabled to produce cold and ice, which they can expel as blasts from their mouth or otherwise appear from their body, and can even use such ability without transforming. In hybrid form, Yamato prefers to still wield her Kanabo, Takeru, as she does in her human form, enhancing her melee combat prowess. For defense, Yamato may clad her body in a layer of ice to absorb damage like armor or erect protective walls of ice.
We might finally know what Devil Fruit Awakening really.
That was it? Was that it? That was the end of the video, man. Hey, man, hit the like button. Comment down below your favorite Mythical Zoan out of those 11. I didn't know. I found out some I didn't know, man. I hope y'all did too. If you knew them all, you knew them all, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I applaud you, man. I'm new to this. All right. But anyways, man, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm gone.